Revolution!
Down!
Revolution!
Down!
My name is Comrade James Mike, popularly known as Flatboy NG, aka you talk, you die. You don't talk, you will still die. I just have a little message, and I want to encourage Nigerians to come out on the struggle for a better Nigeria, not just to sit at home complaining, using your phone to scroll through the internet, seeing things that is going on in the country, just complaining. Because it takes me and you to fix the country. Without me, without you, there will be no Nigeria. And we are the Nigerians. Just like Aisha used to always say, no Nigerian is no Nigerian than any Nigerian. Do not allow anybody to oppress you or intimidate you. Nigeria belongs to all of us as Nigerians. We must stand up and fix this country. We are all activists in this country. Over 200 million activists waiting to activate. So we can make the country work for everybody. Thank you, God bless you.
Comrade Major, we may have to skip coverage. Thank you.
AAC, take it back.
Action.
All right, my name remains Comrade Adeyanju. And yeah, today I want to talk about one major areas the working class keep, perpetuating and dominating themselves. And that's the area of the lack of integrity of election integrity. We are not African Action Congress for no reasons. Alright? We are African Action Congress because we don't only represent Nigeria, we represent Africa. If you follow what happened, was that on Thursday or Wednesday, when election held in Uganda, what happened there was not an election. And you always say, injury to one is what? Injury to us. No, our brother. They have been conversation with our own leader here covering the show. That is the Bob Wine. They have had conversations severally, and we cannot just put our hands. Whatever is happening in Uganda now, the political class in Nigeria is watching this, and they are going to do even worse. What happened in Uganda was militarizing the election, and the young people who are in their between 30 and below also wanted to change. They wanted a new leader, they wanted Bob Wine. But what happened was that they wrote the election in that country. They supported them, they killed them, they murdered them, and changed the will of the people. So we must stand up. In Nigeria, that is what has been also happening. It's going to happen again and again. What are we going to do about this? To ensure that the integrity of election is protected. If you cannot fight to get election integrity protected and make sure that it's genuine, we are not even standing. So that is one key area I want us to look at. It keeps happening and happening again. Once the election votes and they say that so and so won, and that's the end. We step to the street, they do everything to suppress us. What are we going to do? We need to rise up Nigerians, ensure that INEC is a free body that will conduct a free and fair election. Once again, I welcome you and solidarity forever. Thank you very much. AAC, take it back.
Yes, Comrade Major. Comrade Major will be making his own presentation in Hausa language. Of course, our own daddies in the house, maybe when he be giving us his solidarity message, if there's any interpretation, we'll do that. Thank you.
The revolution. Now, ba kalma ba ce kawai. Motsi ne, yunkuri ne, ba tsoro.
Here last year, and it's 12 months now, we are back to the same thing. I'm here to join millions of Nigerians and other Africans to celebrate and appreciate the life and struggle of Comrade Sowore. Sowore is a friend. He's a faithful friend. He's a man who will always identify with you in times of need. He's a man who will always stand for you when you need him. He's a man who will always fight for you. And he's a man who will always defend you at your weakest moment in life. If you are in government, you are likely to see Sowore as an enemy, as an adversary. But don't fight him, don't crush him, because you will need him after power. For those who are in government today, you may find Sowore very uncomfortable in things he say and things he do. You will find his words bitter. You will find his words poisonous. You may find things he does as toxic, maybe because you are in power. But Sowore will come and you'll find him useful the day you are out of power. When people are in power, they forget that the position they are occupying is temporary. They forget that the authority they are exercising is ephemeral. They forget that tomorrow will come. Many of those who are today in jail or being prosecuted or who are claiming to be persecuted were yesterday's men in power who think they were gods, they were lords, and they were untouchable. So the message has always been, if you are on the throne, and if you are occupying the seat of power and authority, know that a time will come when you will return back to your life like an ordinary person. And at that time, you are going to be at the mercy of those in power. When people are in power, they are usually intoxicated by the levers of power, by the resources which is available to them at any time, and also by the fact that they can do and undo. But you need to see them that they are simply ordinary human beings the day they are out of power. So for Sowore, he is an activist that has kept the tradition of activism since in the 80s, the 90s, and to date. The message is that what does he gain by always being arrested, always being prosecuted, always being haunted by a society that is not ready to stand up and defend its rights and challenge those in the authority and on power? It's a fact of history that those who will stand in the defense of truth and justice and sacrifice their life, they are always an insignificant few. The masses of the people will always be, and most times be, on the side of those in power. But what makes him win always is the fact that what he stands for, what he believes in, and what he is fighting for is justice. Don't think that where the majority are is always where justice is. The majority can be in the wrong place, out of fear or out of thinking they are going to benefit from what is on the order. The country we are living in today is a nation that has always moved from one crisis to another. And one of the factors militating against people united to fight for their rights are diverse. One fundamental factor is ethnicity.
Religion.
When the person in the position of authority and power is from your ethnic group, people keep quiet. People are silent. They don't stand up to challenge him. They don't stand up to tell him the truth. And they don't fight him because he is from their ethnic group. If you have a Buhari in power, you will have opposition from the southwest, southeast, and south. If you have a Yoruba man in power, you will have an opposition from the southeast, north, and part of the south. One day, if you have a southeasterner in power, the whole of southeast will become pro-government, and other parts of the country will start fighting. That is where a person like Sowore differs.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Sowore will come out today and attack Tinubu, and the supporters of Peter Obi will be happy. Before you finish being happy, he will attack Peter Obi, and the supporters of Tinubu will be happy. Before you know that, he has attacked Atiku, and the northerners will not be happy. So Sowore is a kind of man, if you are clapping for him, you have to be very careful. Don't clap too much. Before he turns back to your old tribesman. So that is what he is. When he attacks Tinubu, you see, he becomes a hero in the north among many people. And he becomes a hero among the southeasterners. By the time he turned his weapon against Trump, and then you see those who are clapping at him and now start insulting him. You see, before you count yourself as a critic, as an activist, I always say you have to test the prison. If you have never been in a cell, you have never been in prison, you have never worn a handcuff, you are still in 100 level.
Yes, it's true.
So, for those of us, for somebody like me, I have been in my life, I have been in Kaduna prison, I have been in Kirikiri prison, I have been in Port Harcourt prison, I have been in Aba prison in Abuja State. I have spent about 4 years in prison. I have worn handcuffs and lectured. So you cannot lecture me on democracy or on human rights. So when I see someone like Sowore or Deji, specifically Sowore, he is always going to the court. You see, reading something is not the same as being experiencing it yourself. Until you have a date to which you go to court before you know the mental torture associated with that. Many of you are passing by. You're hearing kuje. You have never been there. You don't even know what is there. So if you are on social media, if you are an activist, please try to know the prison that is in your own city. Visit it. Be used to the people inside the prison. On Sunday, take food to them. Let them be used to you before you just appear there.
Round of applause for this.
know. You don't know that I can remember in 1995, that time, that's about 30 years ago, when they took us to Kirikiri prison, when we entered, for a person like Obasanjo, who was one of my casemates at that very time, that was the first time coming into a prison and see what it is. Like, you know that Nnamdi Kanu is in Sokoto prison. You see, I can tell you everything that happens from in the morning up to the night, what happened in prison, you don't know. If you are newly admitted, you'll be taken to the record office for a name to be recorded. They will bring you and read you the law. And they will give you your blanket and your plate. And they will now move you. Then you stand. Then you will see prisoners will be scrambling for you. They'll bring him to my cell. This one, bring him to my cell. This one, bring him to my cell. If you look like Deji, they think you have some money. Some people will be scrambling that bring him to our own cell, please. By the time you are brought to their cell, they will show you this is the president, this is the ministers, these are the special advisors that are all here. Yes, this is the IG. And they will read the law to you. And there will be tax, which you have to be paying. You see, all these things here you don't know. Some of you are only, when you post something on social media and then you are arrested, you go there and you start crying. Only one day. I spent 4 years there. You just go to a police station, then you start hashtagging free this, free that. Spend at least 1 week and know the place. When do you want to come out? Before you know, you have rushed to the Amnesty International people there. Free this, free that. So all of you on social media, please try to visit the inmates. If you are from Akwa Ibom or from Enugu, please ask them where is the prison. Just ask for the prison governor. And take some food to them and tell them that you are the person who brought the food. Let them see your face. The day they brought you here, you are already a king.
Wow.
So this is one of the persons who has been helping us. So my own position is that one of the reasons why in this country people cannot come together to fight is ethnicity. People are so attached to their ethnicity to the very point and they don't speak out when their own are in power. There are lots of questions as far as this country is concerned, which we should be able to find answers to. But for someone like Sowore, he is unhinged when it comes to speaking his mind, challenging authority. The incidents he was making reference to was that he found a young boy, a young baby, and I took custody of it. When I took custody of it, the baby was in an orphanage. Sowore went to the social media and said the baby looks like that. And my wife was part of everything from the beginning to the end. But when Sowore persisted, she said, come. But it's me and you that we went and he said, yes, but look at what they are saying. So which one are you going to listen to? Is it that of Sowore or myself? He said, but this is what they say. I said, okay. So if they say it, what happened?
With time, it's natural.
So distinguished comrades, Sowore is a man whom you sit down and think, how does he do all these things here? And how does he have the courage and the spirit of fighting up? Because if persons like you will have one case and you are destabilized, you can imagine someone who every week he has a case in federal airport. FCT, he has a case with police, he has a case with DSS, he has a case with army, he has a case with
IGP.
Defamation. Nobody knows number of defamations that he has. You can hardly see him for 7 days without a problem. And you ask him, how do you? Because many comrades that he was fighting along with in the 90s, all of them have gotten fed up. Sometimes you see Deji, you say he will never fight for anybody again. So how does he sustain himself on all these things? There is nobody in this country occupying position of authority and power that doesn't know who Sowore is. How can somebody having a thriving media and can go to live in the United States in comfort and in peace, still here, standing up for something, fighting for something? Because if many are privileged to be in his position, nobody is going to take up that cause. For Sowore, we started this struggle together, but there are many comrades who were in jail together with you, who fought with you, but we can only watch you and pray for you now. When we used to go to prison, almost on a daily basis, we were not married then, and we don't have much children. But now, we have to be very watchful, in the very sense that the society we live in should also complement those who are fighting. Because how can someone organize a protest in defense of the interests of the police, and you'll always see him being taken to court by the police? So, we pray for you, and we pray that those comrades around you who have remained faithful in your dark days and bad days should continue to give you that moral solidarity and support to strengthen you. Because you cannot imagine a country without Sowore. How silent is going to be, how docile is going to be, how inactive is going to be. Without Sowore speaking. So he is like a one-man army. And sometimes you wonder, when he called out for the protest, you will think that you will see hundreds of thousands of people on his side. You see a couple of people, which shows you that it's not always that majority are on the side of justice. Many people prefer to suffer the consequences of injustice than stand up and fight for it. But there will always be, where you have a Pharaoh, there will always be a Moses. And Sowore has proven over the years to be a man, a conscience of the nation and the moral compass of this country. One who will say things which others are afraid of saying, and will go to places where people are afraid of going. He does not only discomfort people in power, but he discomforts those who are claiming to be fighting people in power. Because he will go extra mile to where those who want to challenge authority cannot go, or are afraid to go, or are hypocritical about it. Sowore, we thank you for your life, and we don't pray for a day that you will have the doubts of Deji. You will give up the struggle. Deji is a friend who has always stood for what Sowore stands for. Even lawyers, sometimes you wonder whether Marshall is a defense counsel or is part of the crime. Because everything Sowore is saying, he's always saying himself. So, Marshall, one day you may end up just like the way they pick the lawyer of Namdi, you may end up also being picked. So I wish you all the best, and we hope and pray that the younger generation you are molding and you are inspiring to be able to fight like you. Thank you very much, and God bless. Thank you.
Oh yes, that was a very resounding and eloquent speech. Please, a round of applause, a standing ovation to the speech. Applause, please.
Thank you very much, Senator Shehu Sani, a.k.a. Baba Jordan. I just want to quickly introduce some of our friends that just arrived here today. I forgot to mention earlier that some of those who are invited here are people who have just been brought out of prison. The guy who was speaking in Hausa, I think he was in detention more than 7 times last year.
Oh yes, Major.
Of course, you know Deji. Deji was in detention several times. But every week now you say he doesn't want to fight, and then the following week you say he wants to fight. But what is important is that we keep him as our lawyer to be fighting. Flag Boy was also beaten to the point that he became flag man at the detention last year. They beat the hell out of him. And also a woman leader here, who is a teacher in the FCT, she was also arrested and heavily tortured last year. We also have one of our lawyers, one of the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu here, Barrister Maxwell Opara. Welcome to the house.
Salute your people.
We also have, NANS has many presidents. One of the NANS presidents is here with us. He was also sent to prison by Shehu Tinubu and spent a long time. You were in prison and also you were in DSS. Yeah, he spent a long time in DSS custody last year. Just for saying that he's NANS president. The last time anybody was ever punished for claiming to be witness for Jesus Christ. Saying that it's Son of God. That was what this man was punished for until we all gladly brought him out. And the man of God here, that's like a man of God, Pelumi is partyless right now. He used to be in PDP before PDP died. He said it's now called party. And our vote is only known in the Southwest. Not nationally, I don't know whether INEC will register their candidates in the next election, but Barrister Kolumiola generation is serious so that one of our backbones in this city. Anytime you give him the care, whether it's in the middle of the night, sometimes it provides more than legal services, it provides professional and emotional support to us as well. So we thank you very much for your presence here today. I just want to say that we welcome all of you. If this many people here today can shake the country, we can imagine what if all of us decide at once to shake this country loose from oppression. So, Deji, I just want to give you the microphone to say hello to our people before we call it a night.
So, hello everyone. You know it's very difficult to speak after Senator Shehu Sani has spoken. Very, very difficult. Again, it's very important to say that what distinguished Senator Shehu Sani has said is very true, very senior comrade. Many of the comrades here, they always avoid arrest, even this cameraman. They will arrest all of us, arrest everybody there. There are some comrades here, they have PhD in escaping arrest. Since from the beginning of struggle to today, where is Bob? Just find out that everybody is in prison, then they will not be arrested. So, you can see in the front line. Yes, it has even gotten to the point where I'm suspecting some people here that are police officers. And some people are police officers here. Because there was a day I can never forget during the end bad governance protest. So I just came, I was mobilizing, I came, dropped some people, then I left, I went to go and carry some people. My God, and I would say, market, if you see the way they were unleashing tear gas at that Wuse market. I've never seen somebody run like the way I saw this guy running. You know who you are now? The guy ran, I'm like, I had to tell my driver, follow him, I want to see where he stopped. He didn't stop. So, but it's been very, this struggle has been very frustrating, I must say. Because when we gather like this, people just say they're only the good side. That's very frustrating because the majority of Nigerians don't want to fight. And so when people don't want to fight, and you are fighting day in, day out, you are fighting. I can remember vividly how we have been fighting over the same things we have been fighting over 20-something years ago, we are still fighting about it. The same thing we have been arrested for 20-something years ago, we are still getting arrested for the same thing. So it becomes frustrating, it becomes tiring, and what I don't have the patience of Sowore. When you look at the people you think should be on your side, when you look at the comments, the remarks on social media, the insult, it becomes extremely frustrating, especially when you discover somebody looks at me and says, oh, you people, you are fraudsters, you are thieves, you are this, you are that. Insult Sowore, somebody that, okay, even me, if I have Sowore opportunity, I will not be doing what Sowore is doing. Because me, I'm always very frank with myself. I tell myself the truth. I'll just be in Minnesota chilling. There's somebody that I think he went for APC meeting and so on. He said, jollof rice, steaming, AC, chilling. One APC boy on Twitter said, jollof rice, steaming, AC, chilling. That's what I've been doing in Minnesota and the US. But you leave everything. He misses landmark events of his family, his children, to come and put his life on the line for all this. I can go back memory lane and see that the only reason why some of us, Sowore inclusive, are still standing why we are not dead is just by sheer grace of God. Because you just see close range shooting. I believe that many of the IMN comrades, they are here now. Severally, I will have been killed in Unity Fountain, National Human Rights Commission. In fact, I can count 7 times that I will have been killed by the police and the army and the DSS. I can count more than 7 instances. That, in fact, there was a day that I can never forget at that Glow Junction where everybody had fallen. I thought I was hit. I was in the gutter. And it was later, because I stayed there for a while, it was later that people had run away. And I now said, it's like I'm not hit too. So I checked for blood, no blood. I said, thank God. Same thing again by that big bike. In fact, that day they killed 2 people just very close to me. So Sowore was almost killed in Unity Fountain. I remember reading that day we took him to hospital in Abuja. So the instances are many. So when people now come online and trivialize all these things, and they reduce it because I'm not supporting the politician you are supporting, and they reduce it to banter, they reduce it to insulting people. We may not agree, we may never agree, but for you to come and think that commonize people's sacrifice and politicians, there's no way I'm going to support any politician you are supporting. Even Sowore himself that's sitting here. Have you ever seen me openly say vote for Sowore? All I said during the last election is that my one vote is for Sowore. I will not convince you that you should vote for him. My one vote is for Sowore. So the fact that I'm not openly campaigning for you does not mean that you should be my enemy. And lastly, let's even say that we are not campaigning for Sowore. If we are being sincere with ourselves in this country, that we want a restart button in this country, that the reason why the country is this bad is because of how rotten the system is. That we want someone that can restart the country. Okay, the person that can restart the country is the person that is going around visiting and doing coalition with Malami. The people that can help restart this country are people that are mingling with the L5s of this world. See, Nigerians know the truth. Nigerians know the truth. That is why I'm not going to put my life on the risk like Sowore. That time has passed. When I say, oh, kill me now, I'll come out and say, yes, I'm ready to die. No, I'm not dying again. Now, if I get killed, I know that there's no contributing negligence in it. You know, there's what is called contributing negligence in law. That I died because there was no escape route. Because I've looked around, Nigerians know what they are doing. Nigerians know exactly what they are doing. Because if not, a fraudster, somebody that took a state's money and put in his family business, how is he different from Alpha Beta? So these are the people that you believe can start the country. But the person that has never stolen a penny before, that has never taken any money and put in his family business, you say, that one is just chasing clouds. You should go and contest for councillor. Doesn't have experience. Experience in what? He's stealing money. Experience in looting. Okay. You said that this structure is structure of criminality. Why are you back with the people that are doing structure of criminality? Why are you back with them now? Family business. Because in 2023, somebody that ran election with Atiku in 2023, in 2019, somebody that ran election with Atiku in 2019, all of a sudden in 2023 became a saint. He became a saint. They said, no, this one is different. If you vote for this man, Nigeria will become Dubai. But now, the same person has gone back to meet with Atiku. The same person. So, and you want to convince me that Nigerians don't know what they are doing. Now, look at the issue of Malami. About Malami. You remember how Malami was terrorizing us in this FCT? You see the kind of things that Malami did to us. You see the kind of things that Malami did to him. Everybody, even Sowore. I remember there was a court when they strangled Sowore. Yes, I got it. After they had given, I remember vividly, this person from Lagos, when Sowore was given bail, and we said we were going to protest. DSS said the reason why they will not release Sowore is because nobody has come forward. And I said, I'm going to come forward. And I said, I will come to your office tomorrow. And we went to the office, they refused. They said, no, they cannot release Sowore. Malami was AGF then. He was AGF. They were disobeying court orders under Malami. Now, listen. Let me give you the gist of it. When the DSS went and they abducted and injured Sowore in court, Malami did not say anything. But look at today. Kama is serving Malami kunu haya. And now Malami is complaining. Malami is even afraid to perfect his bail. He's hiding in Abuja. So, and why am I saying this? This is for the oppressors of today. That the Malami should serve as an example that power is very transient. That because you are in power today, that because you are in power today does not mean that you'll be in power tomorrow. That what is happening to Malami is small compared to what is going to also happen to you. So, and that those who are experts in violating other people's rights, that when they leave power, they will also need these fundamental rights that we have all been shouting about. And that no matter what you do, one thing I've come to realize and appreciate about Sowore is that the more you vilify him, the more you attack him, the more he's resolved in doing what he's doing. You know, and my further appeal is to many of the followers. Because there are some people today who are still saying that Wole Soyinka should come out and protest. There are some people, silly people in this country. I don't like Wole Soyinka as a person. But I love the sacrifices he has made for this country.
Oh, yes.
Even if Baba Wole Soyinka does not do anything, again, he has done enough. In my view, I believe that Wole Soyinka has done enough for this country. Even if today he wakes up, tomorrow he wakes up and says, I'm not doing anything, I believe he has made enough sacrifice for the country. I also appeal to many of the comrades who are here that you now need to do more. You now need to do more. Larry, you need to get arrested for the first time.
I've been arrested, though. I've been arrested, though.
God and others. Please, I'm appealing.
They have arrested me now. Sydney, it's not.
So, I want to appeal to all of you guys that you guys need to stop hiding in the shadows. You need to come forward now. The time to come forward is now. And you guys, you have the platform, you have the network, and you can make it happen. And that even people like Juwon, they have gone cold. When Juwon Juwon is like he has found love. So many people have gone cold. So I'm appealing to you guys that now you have everything it takes. Please do the needful on our behalf so that some of us we can relax and not take care of our children. God bless you.
Solidarity! Solidarity! Thank you very much, Deji. And please, if you have not been arrested, step forward. Go to the back of the room and write down your names. Tomorrow morning at the federal house, you'll be getting arrested. Thank you very much, Deji, for elaborating on this. People ask me all the time what is inspiration. I don't know what it is. The only thing I explain is that it's the devil that is pushing me. You know. But somebody has to do what we do in this country so that the country can be stopped from being pushed over to the abyss. If we don't exist, I don't know what will happen in this country. It doesn't matter whether you quit or you don't quit. The fact that you have a voice and you use the voice for the good of all has stopped evil and it continues to stop evil in this country. I don't want to go ahead without mentioning our lawyer, who, you know, a lawyer, which most people don't know. This is what I want to tell lawyers here tonight. A lawyer is an official accomplice in crime. A lawyer is the only person who can go and kill somebody and confess so, and the law will still not hold it against the lawyer. But if you confess to another person that you kill somebody, and the person refuses to report you, that person is an accomplice. But a lawyer, you tell the lawyer that you kill somebody, the lawyer will still assure you that he will get you out, and he will still get you out. Is that not an ancestral crime of murder? So, lawyers are very important. This is why I want to mention what Marshal Abubakar has made in our life. If Marshal is a lawyer or a company,
part of people that even plan the crime before the execution. That's how the police treats him. That's how the DSS treats him. Anytime you go to interrogation and lawyer Marshall is there, the police is targeting him more than is targeting you who committed it. And before you know it, they are dragging him out of the room. They have torn his clothes into pieces, and I've witnessed this several times. Thank you so much, Marshall, for this. They came in late here because he was also helping us with some there's so many things at the same time. And we have to be conscious of time. And a lot of us don't have houses in Abuja. I don't have a house in Abuja. But that means I'm qualified to be president of Nigeria, but I don't have a house in Abuja. I want to hand over the microphone just for a little later, sir, to a man of God. But no, I don't want to forget lady of the house, Angel. This is the only angel that is an activist. Other angels are in heaven. Angel Shehu Sani, the leader, female of the end-back governance struggle. They just got relieved of their treason crime this year. I mean last year. Yes. But she hasn't stopped. Thank you very much. You get to it. You will speak. I just want to give a mic to
Pastor.
A man of God, Pastor.
Emoji.
Belumi. Partyless.
Honorable.
Soweto. Soweto.
Africa.
Africa.
Soweto.
Of the greatest Nigerian people.
Greatest.
So, the left-hand side of this movement has a lot of respect for hierarchy. I think it is against logic for Shehu Sani to speak. Deji Adeyanju, my own leader, spoken already, and I start teaching. But I just want to greet all of us this evening. I want to encourage us as we consistently supply voice, supply encouragement, supply vision for the emancipation of the Nigerian people. I am glad we have someone like Sowore. I hope and I believe that after this generation there can be another person like him. Sowore is very, very selfless and is too determined. And I just want to say this quickly. For those who are very close to Comrade Sowore, you will understand that Sowore is not persuaded by anything. He's just doing what he knows how to do best. So I want to encourage us that these are things we should consistently do so that we can have a decent society. It is my prayer. Oftentimes, I pray that one day, by sheer political alignment or certain reasons, Comrade Sowore will become the president of this country. But it is not in your interest to say amen, because some of you guys will still be in jail. Because Sowore will be president of this country and he will deliberately target even some of his friends to let them understand that the business must not continue as usual. But in any case, I want us to know that in every society, if you don't have people who can get up and speak against power and speak against authority, then you can't have a safe and a decent society. People who are in power, they get easily carried away. Power is so sweet. Those who have seen power before understand very well that it is a place of comfort. And so when you don't engage people with authority, when you don't have the courage to ask them questions, people become so complacent and they think it's a way of life. And that is why I am glad about the level of engagement, particularly that Sowore and some other comrades have given to the Inspector General of Police. The reason is because before the current IG became the IG, I see him as one of the few brilliant individuals who has risen to the rank in the Nigerian police. But since he became the Inspector General of Police, I've seen a different man. But I am glad that he has been told, and again,
One thing I want to quickly say about Sowore before I stop is that even if you are not Sowore's friend, tomorrow if you are a victim of abuse of authority, Sowore will stand up for you and defend you. It's just that I'm here to see you stand up properly for Malawi. But again, I want to call on Sowore
I'm going to oppose that.
and every single individual who believes that the rights of humanity must be protected. We cannot allow Malawi, a former Attorney General of Federation, remain in prison without adequate legal support. There's a need for us to get to stand up right here and provide support for you of the greater Nigerian people. If you understand the level of impunity in Nigeria during the days of Malawi, you'll be grateful to God that God is taking care of him in the prison. But that notwithstanding, this is my opinion. Because I understand that Malawi is also trying to stay in that place to protect himself from other reckless use of power. But then we need to encourage him so that he can understand the experience of the common Nigerian people. When people are trusted with authority, use the authority recklessly. Thank you very much.
I nominated one prophet.
I wanted to object.
We want to hear from 2 other people. You know my new lawyers. We are going to come to very soon on the Akpo family and our female leader here. And where's Tokwe? He has not been paying attention because he's finding my bail application. I'm going to be charged afresh tomorrow because the federal government just removed Twitter and Facebook from the crime. So they have to review my new charges tomorrow and we have to argue for bail. So that's why he has been very busy. Please, just make it short because I said that we have only to pay for extra time here.
We have done this past several times. Shehu is somebody I know but I don't know well. Until the time I was adopted by NSA because of Edman. Although they have been watching your according to them, they have been watching my activities and being protest, obedient and all. So when NSA arrested me, I was surprised, you know. I was like, no, I arrested me, they abducted me for 2 months. They were 60 hours there. I was like, I was sleeping in the house. When they came in, broke my door, they tied my back, kept me somewhere for more than 5 days with my eyes tied and 2 hands on my back. So, but I was there, I don't know what happened. And then God just gave me when they transferred me to police, from police again to prison. Because I remember I cried in the prison because when I was in NLS, they said I'm going to die. And I was stand in the prison until my last day, until I meet my last breath. And it made me scared. Then they took me to prison. They said there was no standing order. Suleja prison. There was no standing order, so they are going to send me back. I remember begging the police and prison, please, they should help me for this standing order. I don't want to stand, I want to sit down, I want to have rest. I don't know that standing order means rest. And God helped me. Surely I don't know him too close, I'm sorry to say that. Since any of his activities I got, I was thinking it's selfish. I was thinking it's private. I'm sorry to say that. But when you're part of someone, you will not understand what is going on to come closer. I never people were asking me, I see you showing a picture everywhere. Angel, are you okay? Are you not following me? I said, it's the person that was supposed to go. I said, don't know this man. I defended anything with my blood and see them. Then I was surprised. I was in prison shopping, and the people I expected to come to that person to meet me did not come. They did not come. I was abandoned, and somehow, out of, I don't know what they call jealous, I don't know. But people were coming, the people I expected did not come. Can you imagine the day I came out from this prison and people did it? I thank God for Deji, I thank God for Marshall. Although it's my fight, I will fight and courage every day. Because it's very stubborn. I mean, my stubbornness has to show. As you see, I'm not a person. What he did that day surprised me. I was in the prison after they gave bail. I don't have money to pay for costs. They said I was doing what I should pay to 5,000. I never did. Called me, I called the same day, they said I should pay for 5,000. people are not asking me, how are you going to come out? I said, I don't know. How would I say, you leave me alone? I didn't know that they even went back to carry my son that same day. I'm watching back again. Around that day, the money. Then at the end of everything, I was surprised that first few days. I was calling Deji, how will I come out this? Angel, please, I'm sorry, I'm in Kano, I'm there, I'm coming out, I'm sorry. Because it's not very sweet, I like him. And if you try his best, if Deji talk to you and you cannot be able to calm down, you know you're if you want to calm him down. Then at the end, I was in that music. The next day, around 9 o'clock, I had them. They say, Angel, you are going, they have pushed us inside the bridge for me. I don't feel very good. I wish to hear this case, I would have loved it. I don't like the report they report this case. Then, at the end, they say that Angel, you are going. Some people say, going away, yes, they going away. Around 8:30 to 9 o'clock midnight, am I mad? Where am I going to? They say, no, they will kill you. That's why they kill you. Don't ever try to step down. Please, don't go anywhere. I said, okay, no problem. I said, if I go and I didn't see Deji, I didn't see my son, I'm not going. Before I go, they opened their different gates and put me out. People were just crying and waiting for me because they just want me because of the right way. Then when I came out, the first person I saw was Marshall. I said, I said, why did you say you traveled? I said, why? Am I going this night? How can I be there by this time? He said, don't stop that. You plan that you're not going to sleep in this cell. And I was the first person. This is Saturday. On this Friday, you must come out of this. I said, are you serious? I said, thank you very much. So you know what happened? When I came out, I saw I don't know them, I'm sorry. I don't know them that well. I saw all of them around me. The love was too much. Before I go down, my kids were already on his hand. When we were on the way, he called me, Angel, were you hot? I said no. Were you this? I said no. See this love. My dear, I came out, Sowore every day, say, which day is your case? I'm going to coffee. And he has been coming. He has been coming to come. Since then, I said, this guy is not. I told him that this guy is the best person.
A round of applause for this.
I'm sorry, people are making money. I know about it. So come under, you will start under one umbrella of everybody who is under him, and you have a law and the rules of following this system. Because it will make sure that everybody that wants to come and come with their group. There's no way Shehu people want to come. They say, Shehu, don't worry, don't catch money. Oh, that they don't catch money. It is not making things out, and we are not getting results. So we need to register a group of actors.
Come together.
And come together as one. And if you are not under that,
Thank you.
If you are not like that, you are not Nigeria.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
High Chief Maxwell.
Hello everybody. I want to start by begging our own to come back. I understand they have suffered enough and you feel that this is the time to relax. Please come back. So as to encourage all these ones. I want to start by saying that I want one thing in the show, and Shehu already know that he taught me this. I'm facing a criminal trial in FCT High Court, and the people that put me into the problem was the Mefiere and the then FCC chairman. I wrote petition against the Mefiere that where you have the headquarters of corruption in Nigeria is the Lagos Department of CBN. I wrote petition that they should investigate how matters is being assigned out from CBN. Now, within that period, Power was appointed the FCC chairman. I challenged it in court that he is not qualified. So two of them now conspired and come up with the most stupid charges I have ever seen in Nigeria against me. Now, when Mefiere was arrested, the family decided to approach me for assisting. I never told them, and we assisted in getting the Mefiere out. Now, when Power was having this whole problem, we said, no, you can't keep this man there. If you feel that the man has committed a problem, a crime, charge him to court. No, put pressure on the release him. Now, I learned that from you. You can never independent me, and they never told me that when somebody offends you, you should not fight for him. Human rights is for everybody. So I learned that from you. And Marshall, I was having an issue with Marshall. Marshall said that somebody is a couple that had an affair. And I was approached. I said, have you been giving fair? And I said, no. I said, no, you must give me fair. Let us say I go side of the school. Marshal said, Mas, why are you defending that pastor rapist? I said, no, let us hear from him. Let us know. We must give him fair. That is what we are all about. And in support of you, we are going to, I will follow you to go and tell Madam, we will help you so that others will know where we will go. No, we will go. So that one is on that. Please, comrades. The problem we have in Nigeria now, that is what I want us to resolve in this way. They are not DSSS, they are not army, they are not police. The great right for electors we have in Nigeria and Nigerian judiciary. That is where we are going to build our satellite. You see this issue with due respect as court pleases. This particular true statement has destroyed Nigeria. Exactly. You see with due respect, my lord, as court pleases, my lord, this true statement has destroyed Nigeria, and they are going to fight it because they are hiding on the judicial go on appeal for electing people's rights. If you want to get any comrade in time now, just to go to any magistrate court to get an order. They will remand the comrade and adjourn the matter until December this year. And we'll be there. And if you need police say we are keeping with cover. So we should look into judiciary, we should fight them. If you are a lawyer, join us. That if we begin to give them one after the other, you see that somebody protested and they arrest the person before you. Protest. You remanded them and adjourned the matter. I think that we did not follow the community, senior community, Sowore should have been in Abuja now and others. So that is the only area I want us to look into. Nigerian judiciary, I'm saying this thing, they have done more harm than good. I have my evidence, I can prove it to anywhere. If they hate you, you are an activist, you have criticized them, thank God that they will, this thing I'm saying now, they will watch it. They are waiting for him. That's why some lawyers, someone like Deji Adeyanju doesn't go to court again. Someone like Shehu Sani, we can't see him in court again. Because these are the people that they have marked. Don't worry, we'll come there with one application. So a society cannot progress in this land. Thank you for this.
Thank you very much. Lawyer, barrister, Tokwe Temoko, please. Give us so much. Adam break.
Yes. I'm not going to advocate, Baba. I think what I will simply do is to add a little what the wise men have said. Our leaders in the struggle, they have spoken, and the gathering of today is not supposed to be for speech making, so I don't intend to actually make a speech. Having listened to the wise counsel from our leaders, particularly Senator Sani, his very lengthy submission, from which we have actually derived many other lessons too. But the other thing that I want us to know is that our gathering of today, at this beginning of the year, is just a reagreement. It's a reagreement to continue to do what we have been doing, what we did last year, what we still do this year, particularly when the problems that we fight, they still live with us. The oppression that we fight is still very strong. Is waxing stronger every day. And we must not fall. We must not fall to the slogan of the middle class. Somebody spoke here and quoted D.F. Kennedy. And I've been reflecting, I've been thinking of that. D.F. Kennedy, as far back as 1961, said that do not ask what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. There are many of these slogans. Some of these slogans like you are leaders of tomorrow. Some of these slogans like there is hope, we should endure. And I want to say today, which is the only thing I want to add to what other comrades have said, that ask what you can do for your country. In 1961, Nigeria got independence in 1960. This is 2026. And I know, as a matter of fact, that whatever Kennedy meant by that slogan, it has been hijacked by people in power. They have turned it against the citizens. Do not ask what you can do for your country. Ask what your country can do for you. Under Tinubu, we are paying tax. What is happening in Lagos, that has turned Lagos to a tax state, has been nationalized. They have nationalized poverty. They have nationalized taking from the people. They have privatized wealth. They have privatized sources. They have privatized political victory. But whenever you resist, they will ask you, they will quote Kennedy, ask what you will do for your country. I am asking now, what will the country do for you? I am the one doing everything. I am funding my health. I have funded my education. We are funding health. We are funding everything. We are funding freedom. We are funding accommodation. We bury our dead when they die. The country is asking us, what are we going to do for the country? What is the country going to do for us? And that should be our mindset in our struggle this year. Nobody should tell us what to be done tomorrow. We want to do that now. People say there is hope. Hope without policy, without plan is propaganda. We want reality now. We want success now. We want to take over now. And we want to ask, what will this country do for us? Revolution now!
Sorry. Thank you. Please give our lawyer a round of applause one more time, please. The government wants to say something at the back here. When you are done, we want to hear from our next president. I will close for the night. Give me a second. Go ahead, please. Introduce yourself.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Brian Madam. I'm the founder of African Dynamics Action Group. Before I come close to Mr. Sowore, hello. Before I come close to Mr. Sowore, I used to get angry with him. Why I used to get angry with him? Because he was supporting the coming of APC. In 2014, 2015, he was using Sahara reporters to support APC, the coming of APC. That's why I was angry with him. But no, listen. No, wait now. Why I get closer to him now, and I'm still getting closer to him now, because
how is he supporting APC?
We are. I'm close to Mr. Sowore because I saw what he is doing. And anytime he was going to prison or he had been arrested, I feel bad. I feel bad because he goes to detention alone. But it is time that dirty politics of northern and southern Nigeria, dirty politics, it is time for us to stop it. It is time for us to stop the dirty politics of northern and southern Nigeria. It is very important for everybody that is fighting for justice in Nigeria. It is very, very important that we join hands together and fight that corruption called the dirty politics of northern and southern Nigeria. We must unite. We must unite.
Support Buhari. I'm promising you 500,000 naira now. If you can produce any evidence that you are supporting Tinubu, I'll give you 500,000 naira now. Senator, right now, I'm giving you just 3 minutes to give me an evidence that you already said support Buhari, or you campaign for Buhari in 2015. I'll give you 500,000 naira now. Do you have any evidence to that? Case closed. Do you have any evidence to produce that you already supported APC in 2015?
I'll make it another 500,000 naira, 1 million.
1 million.
No, this
No,
is not
Rob, 1 million. Rob, I'm adding 500,000 naira, 1 million. How far? You're supposed to talk. Hey, yeah, supposed to talk.
Yes, this will go on. My remarks will be very short. What I have said, one, I have never met anyone in the whole of this country and since my adulthood who is as sincere as Sowore. The most sincere person I have ever met. Before I was taken to DSS detention, he sent me a text that yes, remain firm, we are going to stand with you. But there was something he said that I did wrongly and he criticized me for that. So I doubted him. Two presidential candidates spoke to me that they were going to stand for me. None of them stood for me. All the leaders of this country who told me that they were going to stand for me, none of them stood for me. It was only Sowore who stood for me, ensured that in short, when I was in the court, the DSS did not allow me to talk to my lawyers. They did not allow me to talk to my family members. So when they brought me to court, I now told them that you guys are cowards. If the DSS, if they are not cowards, why would they bring me to court when they don't believe in the judiciary? You are bringing me to court without my lawyers. So I said, you can go to hell, do whatever you want to do. I will not take anything here. Then they now give me the phone to call my lawyer. Of course, my phone was not with me, so I had nobody's number except my wife. I called my wife and asked her to start coming immediately. But before she comes, she should call Sowore. My wife did not come, but Sowore was in the court with Barrister Marshall 30 minutes after before my wife came. I didn't know, as if Sowore was only waiting for me alone. He came, and that day, Barrister Marshall spoke English, was quoting from left, right, and center, and I was granted bail. So, Barrister Deji said something. As at the time he said that thing, I didn't agree with him. But today, I believe his statement was correct. He said that if we want this country to succeed, the only person that will become president for now that this country will succeed is Sowore. And that I believe that is 100% correct. That is the most sincere, dogged leader that we have in this country as of today. Remove Sowore, no any other person has the capacity without fear that will be able to do. Finally, I went to Sokoto prison, and when I was in Sokoto prison, Mazin Abdikano said, try and see Sowore and tell him something. I don't forgot, I've not told him. I said, I don't need to find him. All I need to do is to go to Federal High Court. Now he has cases every day. That I won't call him. That what I will do is, once I get to Federal High Court, I will see him there. Then he started laughing. He said, this man will not be tired again. I said, yes. He's like, I said, thank you very much. That's the only thing I can say in public. But that's how I will tell him in private. Thank you very much.
That's correct. It's Abuja. Yes, so, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of today's meet and greet. It's been a successful day. We have not to conclude, but with our time here in the hall of Inspire. Thank you very much for coming. And Luta continua. Revolution!